everybody. How's it going? So I want to kick off tonight with a quick pre-show before the moon later on, in case it's not clear. I had a nice shot of Saturn and Jupiter pulled up. Saturn is looking amazing. You can see the shadow to the top left, which is pretty prominent. There's a bit of haze, but this is the 8-inch with 3x magnification going. And we'll head over to Jupiter shortly. What's going on, Space Fan? Hopping in the chat here. What up there? Starlight Spectrum, my heart. What's up, Kimberly Schick? Bounty Time. Andrea Lynn and AR, evening. Shockwave, be still, my heart, I'm home. Bon dia, hearts in the eyes. What's going on, Tammy? Evening to you. What is happening? Light Moon. Kimberly Schick, you're welcome. Love it. Love giving this view and seeing this view with y'all. So let me know if the audio is coming through. I'm back on the back on the back porch, so the audio is going to be a little funky, and it is really sweltering hot. What's going on, Timothy Martin? What up, AK John? Kimberly, you can call me Chris, or Captain, or TBS, or Space. People call me a lot of things. Mostly insane. So, another day, another check-in on the Chandrayaan-2 mission to the moon, the Indian rover, and still just one photo from the dark side, the far side, and I don't know, it's just a little underwhelming, but we'll see if there's some more stuff coming on. Keeping an eye on that. Tried to take a look at the Comet 185p, not happening either tonight, and that's about it. Let's play some jams. I'm gonna go check on Jupiter. Seems like Saturn is dimming a little bit, but I'm glad I got a quick shot of it in. Yo, hello, Mary. Nice to see ya. Got on a little bit early tonight for y'all. I know I get a lot of comments and emails. I'm gonna get back to y'all this weekend, I promise. Tonight is the 52% waning moon, so the last quarter. I think it's coming up around 2 a.m. So I'm gonna try and get to that. Well, we shall see. Alright, take a little break, be right back. All right, so I see somebody, or Shockwave is referencing Thunderbolt's project. Whoa, be quiet, me. So yeah, check out the description of really pretty much any live stream the past year or two, and you'll see links to all sorts of different Thunderbolts project videos, Sky Scholar, Halton Arp videos, what are the other ones? Billy Yelverton, and the ones that I added recently. I'm going to list through them real quick. Check out Electro Terra Vision, Greg J, Electric Universe Eyes, The Electric View, Chronos, See the Pattern, and Suspicious Observers is a pretty big channel, so y'all probably know that. Look into Halton Arp, look into Sky Scholar, and Geological Formations in the Laboratory for more. I think some clouds just moved in. It's all good. Sky Astronomy, how you doing? And Bullshark, what's happening? My fellow Earthlings, I laughed my ass off. Welcome. Take a look at Jupiter here on the 8-inch with the 3x magnifier. I'm dealing with some haze, but it's not too bad. What's up, everybody? So yeah, I knew it was gonna get a little bit cloudy, so the haze is fully moved in now. I switched to the wider shot. I'm gonna go for a little bit, at least another 10-15 minutes, and then I'm gonna grab some dinner, set up for later, and hopefully we'll get like a really great shot at 2 a.m. for the last quarter moon. Bull Shark, if it's your first time, please take a look at the archive and the description of the video for different links to things. And also, yeah, that's one of those streams that kind of is being affected by the clouds, but if you're around later, you can check out the moon. Last night and a few nights before that were some of the craziest shots of the moon I've gotten in a while. Right, Saturn Ferris wheel. All Saturnian cosmology, Saturnian symbology. Indeed. Yeah, let's go back and see if Saturn is a little bit more clear than Jupiter. It is really hot, man, crazy. It was cool for a second, sat down. So insane. And thanks for all the nice words about the music. These are a lot of just jams and works in progress, but I think there's just a lot of rawness and kind of honesty in the jams. And I kind of measure it by like, can I listen to these tracks over and over again? If I can, then I'll play them for y'all. So I'm the test, the guinea pig. Let me play Feel For You. So I like this one. Astronomy, love that. Saturn is just, I never really understood that you could see the whole Saturnian system. When I realized you could, it was just a whole other game. Shockwave is making a great point. It says 1,000% Saturn will lose the moons, right? Eventually. Did you know Earth had rings? Oh, the rings, yeah. Earth had rings until Sin, the moon, was captured in 2300 BC and destroyed them. Thank you for reminding us of that story. I really like that. I only heard it once. I think, what was it? Was it John Cook? Or I did hear that, though. That's an amazing idea that Earth had rings once, and then when the moon came into Earth's orbit, it kind of just demolished these rings that people could see from Earth. That must have been an incredible event. Pure insanity. Kimberly says, I'm looking east because my clouds are clearing. You see the comet? Get my ghetto telescope out. Yeah, if you can see that comet, hell yeah, it's northeast. So it's a little bit tricky for me, but I hope other people get it. All right, more tunes. Zoom in here a little bit. All right. Yeah, just watching a couple of tutorials on it. And I want to make sure I got the right setup. But yeah, I will definitely join. I'd like to talk to y'all. What's up, Fresh75? Man, I'm cooked right now. It's like got so hot, I can barely think straight. But I think the clouds just moved a bit. Look at this awesome Jupiter configuration. Callisto hanging out all by itself, top left. And you got the nice dance of the moons. I'm checking if there's going to be a red spot or a red storm coming up. Yeah, Saturday morning, cool. Yeah, this weekend I have a lot to catch up on. There are a bunch of emails and a bunch of TakeBackSpace stuff to do. It's been just crazy busy for me. And the late night moon streams just are, they really take a lot out of a person, but I love it. Last night was amazing. I couldn't even sleep afterwards. I actually sat on the back porch and watched the moon a bit longer. I was up till like 5. All right. I don't see the red storm, but Callisto top left, Io, and then on the right you got Europa and Ganymede hanging out. And 3 a.m. in the UK. What's up, Fresh? Appreciate you joining. All right. So let's zoom in a little bit on Jupiter, see if I can't get a close-up shot. I love this type of stuff, these kind of sludgy metal, and I'm a huge power metal fan. You know, my first reason I even play guitar is because of Iron Maiden. Fear of the Dark in '92. I was like, man, I'm gonna learn how to play that no matter what. And then probably Master of Puppets right after that. But yeah, when I started the show, I was like, man, maybe I should do these longer electronic, zone out, you know, not meditative, but like mantra, cosmic jams. And then I got into writing that. And then I also, you know, I like writing good pop songs if I can. That's just a challenge in and of itself, writing. And then I got a lot of these old jams, but I don't really play them very much. I feel like it changes up the mood. It's cool, but I don't know if it can sustain like a 3-hour show, you know? So I ended up doing more jammy, vibey tracks. But I'll play one more heavy one. I'm looking for it. I know I had something. I have a whole album ready to go. I just never ended up mastering all the tracks, but this album called Societies is at least 12 tracks that are pretty damn heavy. Let me get something. Also, I'm dealing with all these clouds over here, so just chasing it up. Going to Saturn for a second. And if I can just find you. $10:23, I'm going to start winding it up soon, winding it down, winding it up, whichever one works. I can't seem to find this damn track. All right. Whatever, just going to play some other jams. This works for now. Maiden with Paul Di'Anno. That's the Killers record, and I'll tell you, I think Seventh Son is pretty underrated. I know a lot of people think Fear of the Dark is overrated, but at the time, it was just really hot. It was like that, the Black Album, and I think Back in Black was coming out. There was Use Your Illusion. There was always some sort of fight going on between like, is Guns N' Roses better than AC/DC is better than Metallica? And I feel like Metallica won, even though AC/DC is still pretty huge. And people give Metallica shit, they're still pretty massive. I guess you could say that about Guns N' Roses now. They're having their resurgence, but in terms of consistency, Metallica pretty much took that one. Who else we got? We got Jimmy Who. Oh man, there's so much talk. I missed it. Number of the Beast is amazing. Hell yeah. Disco and rap are fads. I think rap is sort of a fad. I feel like disco is kind of wired into the brain somehow. There's some sort of like numerology and geometry going on with the beats in disco that grab your mind. So I kind of love-hate disco. What's up, Miguel? And Black Sabbath was amazing. I mean, still really is amazing. But I also didn't like, I'm not one of those people that overhypes Ozzy. Ozzy's good, but I don't know. There are different periods of Ozzy that I enjoy more, or like way more than others. I'm not really a super huge fan of like Mama, I'm Coming Home, and just after learning a lot about music, I realized I grew out of that a little bit. When I was a teenager though, it was just ridiculous. Metal version of Island Dream, that's pretty funny. I think I might have probably started it that way, and then I changed the guitar sound to something else with that delay. Stevie Ray Vaughan is amazing, right? Joan Jett's amazing, Pink Floyd. Of course, I came up on Pink Floyd. and Led Zeppelin remasters. So I had Division Bell and Led Zeppelin remasters before I even was able to find any other Led Zeppelin records as a kid. And then Shockwave, Ozzy is a God, Blizzard of Oz. I know I've gotten into many a discussion about Ozzy, so let's table that one, and I have tons of respect. It's like people giving Kirk Hammett a ton of shit for being a lousy guitar player, but they don't realize like how many people he influenced, and sometimes, you know, skill is not the be-all, end-all. Sometimes it's just like finding the right solo that Lars tells you to play. Anyway, Kirk is like such a cool dude, and they give him such a hard time, but yeah. So I don't know, maybe I'm just giving Ozzy a hard time. Yeah, I think it's a generational thing. I think, or maybe it's just overplayed. I kind of have to, I actually don't even listen to much of the Maiden or Metallica stuff anymore. I used to be so obsessive about it, but now I listen to really obscure things like Gentle Giant and Nectar and Automatic Man and Miles Davis, like the Electric Period, like Agartha and Fela Kuti. I listen to Caravan, Camel, the Canterbury stuff, Can, Faust, like weird stuff like that, YMO. There's a lot of stuff. So I think, like, you know, War Pigs, Sweet Leaf, and all those tracks kind of came out of my ears, came out of my earballs. We just listened to them over and over and over again as kids, trying to play it. So I don't know, maybe I wore it out. Starlight says, I've never found a community that has felt like home. This is it. I appreciate your soul. Hey, that's a really, really sweet comment. I do appreciate it. I appreciate everyone hanging out time after time. And Starlight, thanks for becoming a regular. It's cool to have you. Metallica doing so effing what? Yep, I saw them actually perform. That's amazing. I met them, when did I meet them? I met them at a signing in New York City in '98. Garage Days revisited at Virgin Megastore, and they were all really, really cool. Lars was like super cool, and man, they really kind of provided a great musical foundation for a while. But I don't know, lately it seems like they're really trying to kind of, actually I don't want to judge them because they can do whatever the hell they want. They've done so many great tracks. Let me do my top 10, or like just a group of deep cut Metallica songs that people don't ever really, or now a lot of people talk about it, but for a while people didn't. So, let's see. So from Kill 'Em All, it would be, Kill 'Em All would be Cliff Burton's bass solo, Anesthesia. And then from Ride the Lightning, you'd have, you probably have the title track, even though I know that's pretty common. That track is just amazing. And Call of Cthulhu. But it could easily be, let me see that track listing again. Off the top of my head, I'm just forgetting Ride the Lightning. And like For Whom the Bell Tolls is pretty common. Creeping Death is really common. Trapped Under Ice, unbelievable. Yeah, Trapped Under Ice is the song I was looking for. So Trapped Under Ice from Ride the Lightning. So Master of Puppets, I would say, now they started playing Orion because they realized people love Orion. But for a while, people were like, "What's Orion?" I was like, "Man, you have to hear Master of Puppets, but probably Damage Incorporated." And then from Justice, I would say To Live Is To Die is amazing, and Dyer's Eve too, and Frayed Ends of Sanity, Shortest Straw. From Black Album, The God That Failed, Friend of Misery. The last, second half of that album is just unbelievable. And Load is Thorn Within, Bleeding Me, and The House That Jack Built is awesome. Reload, you got, I'm just going here because I never talk about Metallica, but yeah, Reload, you got, what's that last one? The last song on that album, Fixer, is amazing. What's the other one? There's one in the middle of it that's really good. Trying to remember that one. Toys Marching, something like that. Forget it. And then, yeah, Don't Tread on Me is amazing. Battery is pretty, I know it's so common now, everyone knows Battery, but that's still one of the sickest songs ever. Yeah, I'll do Orion for y'all one day. Actually, maybe later I'll do it if I can plug in. Actually, I can plug in. Yeah, I'll do a cover of Orion at some point. Trujillo, he's pretty great. Trujillo. King Nothing, that's a great one. Hero of the Day was awesome. I remember seeing that on MTV Europe when I was a kid. I was like, man, that's just weird for Metallica, but I liked it. I liked that they were being weird and they didn't give a shit. And then, let me see, where did I get to? Saint Anger, we shall not talk about, because some bands, even Yes and Rush have albums that I can't listen to, and Saint Anger is just something strange about it for me. I ended up listening to it, but it's not something I can really say that I like. But they can do whatever they want. And then what else? All Nightmare Long was probably the best song on, what was that? I forget the title of the album. What is it? With the coffin on the front. And then the recent one, I gotta say, I went and listened to some of the live performances. Hey Mary, have a great night. Thanks for hanging out. I hope I'm not boring y'all to tears with my Metallica talk, but I'm just gonna finish up. And yeah, the recent stuff, I can't say Moth to a Flame maybe is good. There are a couple of good new ones, but they're not any standouts. I think the last real standout was probably All Nightmare Long, or one of those from, what is that album? I should know it, but Death Magnetic. Yeah, so I haven't listened to anything really from the new albums, but Metallica's great. Oh, Some Kind of Monster was actually a really good documentary. Oh, I skipped a couple of albums. So from Garage Days, The Small Hours, and Bread Fan, those are some Metallica deep cuts. And then Garage Days revisited, probably Four Leaf Clover, or is that Metallica with the Symphony? Yeah, Metallica with the Symphony is Four Leaf Clover is the track. I think that's it. There are a bunch more, but yeah, Whiplash is a great track. Yeah, so let me know if I missed anything deep cut wise. Probably best live recording of them is the 1989 Binge and Purge Justice for All show in Seattle, where they play all of And Justice, and they play the most insane version of Battery and Master of Puppets. Yeah, if you've seen the Binge and Purge, I used to have those on VHS, and I wore them out. Like the first one is the one where they're doing the Justice tour, and then it's all about the Black album, where they're making that with Bob Rock. Shockwave, and the best songs ever are Cygnus 1, Books 1 and 2. That's Rush, right? Yeah, for me it's probably 2112, Temple of Syrinx, and maybe Camera Eye. Camera Eye is just like one of the crazy good songs. Yep, Anesthesia, Miguel. That's the one I mentioned from Kill 'Em All. I mean, Kill 'Em All is just all pretty great. Four Horsemen. Let me call out a couple of amazing Maiden songs. So Maiden, let's see, Maiden would be Power Slave is an incredible song. 2 Minutes to Midnight. What's it called? Afraid to Shoot Strangers and Fear of the Dark from that album. And Seventh Son, do Somewhere in Time. And yeah, man, Maiden is just like incredible. Rime of the Ancient Mariner is just one of the most insane tracks. Hallowed Be Thy Name. Almost all of Number of the Beast, but definitely Run to the Hills. What else? There's a lot more. Maiden just goes on and on and on. I could, The Evil That Men Do, speaking of which, that's like one of the craziest tracks. The evil that men do lives on and on. I should do a whole show just Metallica and Maiden back to back. Have I ever heard of a band called GOTO? Have I? I'm gonna look that up. Maybe not. I did find... No, that's great. Awesome, thank you. Pretty much everything from 1975 is amazing, really. 1968 through 1974 and 75, probably 76 too. The best. Probably the most amount of incredible music in one tiny epoch. Everybody pushing each other, like just capitalizing on the wave of the 60s, and then virtuosity coupled with everybody trying to vie for like the top spot, and people still loving talent as opposed to pop stardom. And before MTV crushed things, and you had just everybody. So I dig that. So GOTO goes on my list. I was going to mention, I don't know why GOTO reminded me of, what was this band? It'll get back to me. Oh, Captain Beyond. So Captain Beyond is Ian Gillan, and it's this kind of like super group of the time of Deep Purple. And we haven't even talked about how much I love Deep Purple. So at the same time, of course, as Iron Maiden, I was like, nope, Deep Purple in rock. And Stormbringer and all that. This is all about that, all about Deep Purple, Rainbow, Dio. And then I was pretty crazy about like Halloween for a while, power metal and Scorpions, like earlier stuff like Lonesome Crow. If you haven't heard Lonesome Crow by the Scorpions, I definitely recommend that. Chakra says there's a GOTO playlist, watch it for a sec, no star. And a band called, yeah, Triumph, I'm pretty aware of. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break, step outside and see what this cloud situation's looking like. And man, I'm getting hungry, so I might start calling it. Hope the chat room's doing well. What we gonna play? Gonna play some tunes. at you. It got nice and clear. Gorgeous shots of Saturn and Jupes. Turtle love, turtle love. Man, it's still very, very hot. Feeling cooked. But gonna have some dinner shortly. Let's go another 10, 15 minutes. Been playing some more rockin' tunes for our pal Shock. Here's a fun one. Yeah, so I'm kind of hoping we'll get a little bit of the Great Red Storm showing up, potentially. If so, then I'll stay on for longer. But man, it's nice to get a shot of Jupiter. It's been a pretty long time. I want to say like 10 days. I'll take it. Ooh-wee. All right. So it's very hot, but it looks very clear as well. And I'm thinking this is a good opportunity to try for some nebula or deep sky objects. So directly looking south, the Milky Way is like situated midway between south-southwest. So directly there you got Lagoon, so that is M8, and you got the Trifid Nebula, which is M20, Messier 20, Webb's Cross, like a lot of the main features here. So I'm going to try and go through and see if I can see anything at all. If I capture, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to find it with all the settings turned up all the way, and then I'm going to take some, like, I don't know, 5-second exposures, 3-second exposures, and see if I can't bust out the settings and see some nebular clouds. I think the Trifid Nebula will work. So stay with me and we'll figure this out. I'm gonna get to the top, play some chill tunes, get in here. And welcome to everybody joining. I want to say Jello, more Jello please, and Mushroom Stamp. And let me know if I missed you. All right, check this out. Check it out, check it. So this is M8 in sight directly. It's nice, the tracking is pretty good tonight, I gotta say. Shockwaves has a Sirius up. It doesn't seem like it. I haven't seen Sirius in a while. It's probably on the other side. But check this. This is the Lagoon Nebula, Lagoon. And yeah, I haven't done deep sky objects in a while, but you can see at the dead center there's a bit of red, and that's nebular cloud. And so I'm going to take a quick photo, and we can do even better on the detail. What's up, Jackie? Nice to see you. It's been a while. You've been studying and studying. Testing tomorrow. Well, great luck tomorrow. I know you'll do great. I have a feeling about it. As long as you're dedicated and clear thinking. But I appreciate you stopping by and say what's up. Wait, who's leaving? Is Starlight leaving? Yeah, my keyboard tonight is just skipping out on letters. My keyboat is broken. All right, so I'm gonna get up in the center of this and we'll see if we can't get some more nebular clouds. This actually and a couple of others are like the second tier after Orion's M42 in terms of what you can see from the backyard. What's going on, Easy E? All right, be right back. live processing. So normally, like those shots that you see on APOD, Astronomy Photo of the Day, or like in space blogs, are basically people who take tons and tons of photos of what I just did, and then they stack them in a program like Photoshop or Prismic or Prisma, and then they extract the colors like I did in post with the filters, but you get a lot more detail if you take a bunch more shots at lower gain. And then at the same time, you also get cooled camera, better disguise. So many things go into getting a great shot of a nebula, but that's pretty rough and tumble, guerrilla DSO. So I'm looking for another target. Let's see what's going on 24/7. Welcome. Chocolate pie, man, that sounds good. I was going to do a short show. It's turned into a long one. All right, so let's see if I can get Trifid Nebula. That's M20. Deep sky object. Oh yeah, check it out. So this is the Trifid Nebula. It's to the up and it's up and right of where we just were with the Lagoon Nebula, and it's kind of, it looks like a binary system, almost like an X in the middle of two clusters of stars, of binary stars. This is M20 or NGC 6514. So I'm going to take a 3.2 second exposure, and I'm getting a lot of stretching with the stars. So 3 seconds is a lot without really perfect tracking. I'm going to reduce it a little bit. All right, so this is probably what I can do. Yeah, it's a bit stretched, not too terribly. And you can see this is the center of the red portion of the Trifid Nebula, Trifid. And I want to adjust the filter settings here so you can see it a bit better. Let me know if it's coming through for you. It should look like a little butterfly cut out of a red cloud. Shockwave says Mathala in the Triangulum constellation. I'll look for that. So Triangulum is northeast, which I don't have. Right now I pretty much have due south, a little bit of southwest, and a lot of southeast. No view to the north at all, but except vertical. Although Neptune is nearby, so let's see if we can't get Neptune for the first time on stream. I don't think I've ever done this before, but my tracking is not horrible. think? Think we can do Neptune, everybody? No, that sucks. No dice on Neptune. It's still out of view.
Catch me if you fall. Catch me when you're low.
Yeah, I still got this doorway. Has a left blocking thing, so it's kind of running into that. It's not going to get it. That sucks because I feel like we should be able to see it. I don't know why it seems to be going that far, but maybe I just gotta find it by hand. Let me try this again because maybe just the alignment is not correct. Alright, so Neptune. Let's see if I can find, what is this, NGC? No, it is that far. Damn. Yeah, that's pretty far. Sorry, didn't mean to tease everybody. At some point, I'll get Neptune. Some damn point. All right, let's keep going with some deep sky objects. Let's see what's close by. So we tried the Trifid Nebula, we tried the Lagoon Nebula, both worked. Let's see if we can't get like a star cluster. What is there? Sagittarius. There's the Eagle Nebula. So the Eagle Nebula, I don't think we'll see any nebular clouds, but there's some very cool formations. This is M16. Ooh. Yeah. At some point, I'll have the 11 set up and we'll check Neptune on a clear night. You really need the 11 to get anything of substance. All right, so this is the Eagle Nebula.
you heard. I believe it, make it beautiful. I'm shining my light, shining through the prison dagger, sharing my love. Turning into the light in my life, shining through the prison dagger, chilling white. Custom right along, has no light, shining through my prison dagger, losing my mind. Crawling through the custom dagger, chasing my mind. Moving through the pile of dragon, rhythm time. You don't have to say a word. You can love other people. Probably out on the line, then let us say it all turns around. Pick a fall, hazy in the hand. The real past is showing up. Taking my rain from the mix down to the electrical charge. This is one thing I go back to the years now. And I hear this full of vibration. You don't have to say a word. You can love other people. Just forget about what you heard. I believe it, make it beautiful. You don't have to say a word. You can love other people. Just forget
All right. What's going on, everybody? What's up, Michael? Yeah, I don't know. I was just focused here. There are a lot of things going on with getting, like, Stellarium to find me a target and playing all these things, so I wasn't even focused on talking. Just letting the music cover it. Welcome, everybody who joined recently. And yeah, I was going through it. This is the great Sagittarius cluster, M22. Took a look at Lagoon, the Ptolemy cluster, Trifid Nebula, the Wild Duck cluster, and I was looking for a couple of other ones that you were talking about. Deneb. Let me see if Deneb is showing. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's pretty far north. I can't really slew the scope vertical on this area. Like, neither of my scopes actually can see, like, the Polaris, Vega, that type of stuff. It's a shame, but that's how it goes. And we haven't even taken a look at Jupiter or Saturn in a second, so I'm going to quickly do a Jupiter check-in. Maybe the red storm is happening. And what's up, Yanni Santana also, and who else? I think that was it. Okay. So it's just getting hotter by the second. Full on stumbling. All right, 2 hours in, I think it's good. This is a nice show, preamble to the moon stream. I'm gonna go and get myself some food because I'm ravenous right now. I appreciate everybody just hopping on, but I've been going for a little bit here, and it's getting quite intense. I gotta turn on the AC and just chill out for a sec. Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna really turn off comments. That doesn't seem right. It would cause a major issue. Like tons of channels operate on comments. I think it might be part of that whole retiring Google Hangouts and comments on people's like Hangouts page maybe, or whatever, Google Plus. But I'll look into it. Yeah, I definitely need to eat. I'm like fading right here. But I think the skies are gonna prevail. We'll see some lunage later, like 1:30, 2 o'clock-ish. So thanks so much, everybody. Yeah, we got some deep sky objects tonight, which is great. And I'm gonna put this jam. Close out on Saturn. I'm gonna let this view drift, and gonna go enjoy some food. So Mushroom Stamp, Tammy, Starlight, Yanni, Ellie, Michael Stark, and Shockwave, and Tim, and Bondia, 24/7, Tom, Easy E, Jackie, and everybody else who stopped by. Ellie, of course, and the cats. All right, I hope I'll catch you later or another stream soon. Stay kind, stay wise, and let's make science fun again, exciting, and polite. And yeah, all good stuff. Check out EU Cosmology if you're interested. Links in the description. Support me by going to takebackspace.bandcamp.com and listening to the tunes, or buying one, or just listening to them and enjoying it and sharing the show. All right. Much love, everybody. Talk to you soon. Peace.
You are the
Bye.